Hello everybody. Hello again. My name is Kyle. And here on my channel, Pensando Inglés, I bring you guys real English. Real English that you can understand. And today I have a topic that I'm actually pretty excited to talk about, okay? And I'm going to speak like this, nice and slow and clear, but most importantly, real. How we really speak here in the United States, how native speakers speak English. The only difference is that it's slowed down so that you can understand and start to get accustomed to how we speak here. Listening to things like this is the bridge between starting out with a language and fluency, okay? This is a tool to get you where you want to be, okay? And it is not important if you understand every single word that comes out of my mouth. That's not important. The important thing is that you try to follow along with what I'm saying and understand the message that I am trying to give, okay? You do not have to understand every single word. And if you hear a word that you really want to know what it means, look it up on the translator, okay? Google Translate, and learn some new vocabulary that way. But don't focus too much on trying to understand every single word. Just follow me along, okay? Follow along with what I'm saying, and your brain will start to absorb my English, okay? You will start to absorb the thoughts, the words, the way that native speakers actually speak in English. So today I am going to talk about confidence, okay? And confidence is one of the most important things in the whole world if you want to have a happy life, okay? Why is it so important? Because what is the opposite? You have confidence over here. What is the opposite? Al contrario. What is the opposite of confidence? Fear, insecurity, doubt, okay? You do not want those things in your life. So it is important that we invest some focus, some attention, some time to really focusing on building our confidence, because as you build confidence and you become a more confident, sure of yourself person, the fear and the anxiety on this side shrink, get smaller and smaller and smaller, okay? The same steps that we are going to talk about for building confidence will also help you if you are dealing with things like insecurity, anxiety, a lot of fears, okay? As you build and build and build your confidence, over here, the anxiety, the doubt, the fear, that will get smaller and smaller, okay? This is the medicine, the remedy for fixing anxiety, fear, insecurity, okay? Building your confidence. Now, why do I feel like I can talk about this? Like I know some things about this? Because I was a very shy, insecure young person, okay? When I was young, I was quiet, calladito, okay? I was nervous to talk to new people. I was not brave to try new things, okay? So as an adult, when I grew and grew and grew, I really worked on these things, okay? And today I'm going to tell you guys about the things that I did to build a confidence, okay? Because today I feel like a very confident person, all right? That does not mean that I think, oh, how cool, Kyle's awesome, all right? I'm better than other people. Not at all. Real confidence is when you feel like you can go into any situation and be comfortable, okay? Like if I am going with a friend of mine and gonna meet other people that I don't know, I'm happy to do that. I'm excited. I know that I will have interesting things to talk about, okay? Because I feel confident in myself. If I'm going to get a new job, okay? I'm not gonna be scared. Because I know that I'm a good worker. I'm smart enough to do this job. So I'm confident that I can handle it, okay? And that is the benefit of confidence. You will not be scared in new situations, okay? You can go into new situations and be comfortable. And that's a beautiful thing. So, why am I talking about this today? What made me think about this topic? Well, I've had a big change in my life recently, and that is that I stopped training martial arts, okay? For the last probably 4 years, I have been training jiu-jitsu and boxing, okay? I've been training jiu-jitsu and boxing multiple times a week usually. So that was a big part of my life, big part of my identity. But on the path that I'm on right now, the mission that I'm on, the things that I am trying to build and grow in my life, I do not have space. I do not have time for martial arts right now, okay? So I had to take something that I care about and put it to the side for now, okay? Because I need all of my energy, all of my focus to work on pushing my goals forward and achieving the things I really want to achieve in my life. So it's a sacrifice that I decided to make, but in this moment, I really think that that's the right decision for me, okay? Because it's hard on your body, it makes you tired, all right? And it costs a lot of money to go train at a martial arts gym. So by putting that aside, I'm able to focus my thoughts, my energy in my body, and my money on my goals. So I think that I really needed to do this right now. I was a little bit sad because I really love martial arts and I've been doing it for so long. But I think when you have big goals, it's necessary to make sacrifices to achieve them. So that's what I had to do. But anyway, I started thinking, what have I learned from martial arts? What do I learn from training jiu-jitsu and boxing for 4 years of my life? Well, one thing is it made me a lot more confident. And it didn't make me confident because now I think, oh, I could beat somebody up, okay? Now I could beat up a guy who doesn't know as much as I do. No, it made me confident because every time that I went into that gym, I did hard things, very hard things, okay? I was learning new skills that are difficult. I was physically exerting myself. It's a huge workout. It's very difficult for your body and your mind to do jiu-jitsu or boxing, okay? You'll be sweating, you'll be tired, breathing heavy, okay? These are very hard things. And every time that you go into that gym and force yourself to do very hard things, your confidence is gonna grow. And it does not have to be martial arts. It does not have to be martial arts. But this is one of the things that we're gonna talk about first, is doing difficult things. And maybe it is martial arts. Maybe it's going to the gym, lifting heavy weights. Maybe it's running farther than you thought you could. But after you develop a discipline and tell yourself in your mind, I'm going to do this. Today I am going to run 3 miles instead of 2. Okay? Normally I run 2. Today I'm gonna run 3. Now if you do it, you run 2 miles and you start to feel tired, you start to think, I can't do it. But then you stand up a little straighter and you say, I'm running 3 because I don't quit. Then you run that last mile. After you are done and you finish your 3rd mile, your confidence has grown because you did something difficult, you challenged yourself, and you achieved your goal. All right? So every little difficult thing that we do builds our confidence. Challenge yourselves, guys. Challenge yourselves. And this is one of the reasons that I am so proud every time I have one of the conversations with you guys, the interviews that I do with my subscribers, because I know that it's difficult. They're nervous to be on YouTube, for one, to speak with a native speaker in their second language. These are difficult situations, but they do it. They face their fears, they do it, and by the end of the conversation, we're smiling, we're laughing, and they feel so much more confident about their English. So, every time I have one of those conversations, I'm super proud of you guys for facing your fears. So, by the way, if you want to have a conversation with me, tell me in the comments. I'll send you an email and we'll set it up, okay? I am always open to speaking with my subscribers. I dedicate my time to that. 1, because this community that we have built here together is super important for me. And 2, because I really care about you guys. I know how beneficial it is to have conversations with a native speaker when you're trying to learn a language. So don't ever think, oh, maybe I shouldn't send an email, it won't happen. No, if you email me, I'll email you back and we'll make it happen because I'm committed to you guys. So the second thing I want to talk a little bit about facing your fears. Like I said, maybe you're nervous to start speaking in English, okay? But you just have to do it. Sometimes you just have to jump in and face your fears. An example, I am a little bit scared of heights, okay? Of climbing high things, all right? So every time I see a tree that looks like you can climb it, because some trees you cannot climb very good, and some trees, they just look like, oh, I could climb that tree. Every time I see a good tree to climb, I go climb that thing, okay? Why? Because I know that I'm scared of it. So I do it. I face my fears, and when I climb just a little bit higher than I normally would, it's a victory. It's a win. I feel great. I feel more confident about myself. Okay? How can we do that in our everyday lives? You don't have to climb trees, guys, okay? You don't have to climb trees. You don't have to go fight in a martial arts gym. You don't have to go box people. No, you don't have to do that. Does talking to strangers make you nervous? Okay, is that something that you get a little shy and nervous about? Well, next time you go to the store, the grocery store, to buy some food, a restaurant, wherever you go, talk to people. Small things. If you make eye contact with somebody, oh, hey, how you doing? Oh man, this weather's crazy. How hot? Que calor. Okay, things like that. Start slow, and before you know it, you'll be having conversations with random people, okay? This is something I really like to do. I enjoy talking to old ladies or whoever I find out there in the world. When I go to a restaurant, I like to talk to the waiters. It's something that makes me feel good to talk to new people and to not feel shy, okay? Because, why? Because when I was young, I was terrified. I was scared of talking to people. I don't know why. I don't know where this fear came from, but I was quiet and I was a shy person. But I started making myself talk to people. I would tell myself, hey, you're talking to 5 people today, okay? And this was in high school. When I was in high school, I made myself start doing this, okay? I said, okay, well, when I go to math class, I'll say hi to this person who I've never spoke to before. Things like that can make a huge difference. And I know I have a lot of younger people watching these videos, so I want to give you guys an example of facing your fears and how being confident can help your life. Do you have a crush on somebody? Do you like somebody? Do you like a girl or a guy from your school, but you have never said anything to this person? And you are nervous to say something because in your brain it's saying, well, what if he doesn't like me? What if she doesn't think I'm good looking? Let me tell you something, guys. You will never, nunca, never regret being real and speaking your mind, saying how you really feel. You will never regret that. The only thing you will regret is if you do not tell people how you feel. If you have a crush on somebody, go try and talk to them. All right? Make some small talk. And if it gets to the point where you decide that you're going to say, hey, would you like to go grab some food with me, go see a movie? Do you want to go on a date with me? What is the worst thing that can happen? They say no. Trust me, guys. Trust me. For those of you who are younger, there are going to be so many worse things in your life than the person who you have a crush on saying no to you. Okay? That's nothing. It feels like a lot right now, I know, because I have that fear, but trust me, guys. You will feel so much better after speaking your mind, expressing yourself. You'll feel so much better even if they say no. So go up to your crush and be like, hey, I think you're cute. What's up? Do it, guys. You'll feel better afterwards. Next thing that is key in building confidence, learn. Intelligence is huge, guys. The more things you know about and know how to do, the more interesting of a person you become. Now, this could be languages, this could be learning how to cook, could be learning how to fight, learning how to dance, okay? All of these things are going to make you a more interesting person, more fun to be around, and it's going to, most importantly, give you things to talk about. And if you don't have things to talk about, you can never be an interesting person. People are going to be telling you about the cool stuff they do, and you're going to be sitting there like, well, I like movies. I play on my phone. I like taking naps. I eat food. I breathe. Interesting people are always learning new things and trying new things. Learn something, guys. But I don't have to tell you, because you are on a channel about learning English and improving your life. So you guys already know a lot of this, but sometimes it helps to hear these things again, okay? So you're learning right now. I don't have to tell you to learn. Keep up the good work. Now the next one, it also has something to do with learning, okay? And this is studying people who you want to be like. Who is somebody who you think is so cool? Oh man, I wish I was like him. I wish I was like her. I wish I could talk how he talks. I wish I could dance how she dances. I wish I had money like Elon Musk. How can we be more like these people? Study them. Read their books. Read biographies about them, okay? Something magical happens when we read about people, okay? When we read people's thoughts. So all the book is thoughts written down on paper. So if, for example, I read this book written by Tony Robbins, who is awesome, by the way, and somebody I admire and want to be more like. This book is about money, and it was written by Tony, so this book is Tony Robbins' thoughts, sus pensamientos, his thoughts about making money, his philosophy on earning, investing, saving, okay? So as I read this book, I was acquiring his thoughts and learning to be a little bit more like a successful person. So if there's somebody who I admire and they have a book, I go buy that book like now, okay? Because this book cost me $15 probably, but I have made a lot of money by following the tips that he wrote about in this book. And my life has gotten better by reading his book. And now I know what he thinks about money, and I could apply that. I read a book about Elon Musk. And whether you like Elon Musk or you don't, nobody can argue he is the most successful man on earth. He's the richest man alive. He has some of the most important companies on earth, Tesla, SpaceX. He does stuff with AI, with solar energy, okay? So whether you like him or not doesn't matter. He's doing something right. So I read his book, and I read about how hard he works and how when he has a goal, something he wants to achieve, he never stops, okay? He never stops. So now I acquired that part of Elon Musk's mind, okay? When I don't feel like making a video or I don't feel like editing, well, I think Elon Musk somewhere in the world is working right now to achieve his dreams. And look how much success it brought him. I better get my butt up and make that video or edit that video or write ideas for the next video. So study the people who you admire. And we all have different goals, okay? Maybe you do not like books about money or entrepreneurs, which means somebody who is a businessman. Maybe you like musicians. Maybe you want to be a better guitarist or something like that. Go watch videos of your favorite musicians playing, okay? Interviews of them. You gotta study the people who you think are cool. And then as you study these people, you yourself will also learn from them and start to become more cool, more interesting, and more confident. Study confident people, and you yourself will become more confident. All right, guys, the last thing I want to talk about that for me has been key to becoming a more interesting, more confident person and feeling better about myself. And that is hobbies, guys. Hobbies, pasatiempos, hobbies. There are so many benefits to having hobbies. Now, I love to ask people when I meet new people, what are your hobbies? What do you do for fun? Okay, I ask you guys in the interviews, and My subscribers are the best, so you guys always have a good answer for me, okay? Juan can solve a Rubik's Cube. He could solve a Rubik's Cube in like 7 seconds, okay? Bear, he does theater, he does plays, awesome stuff, okay? My subscribers are awesome. Luis writes, Manuel writes, all right? All you guys have awesome things. And guys, I'm starting to do so many interviews. Forgive me if I didn't say your name, okay? Because we've got so many interviews now. So if I want to talk about how cool all of you guys who I've spoken with are, this video is going to be like 50 minutes, all right? So don't be mad if I didn't say your name. I cherish the time that we have spent together, and that's one of the coolest things that I do, okay? That's one of the coolest hobbies I have, is talking with you guys. But anyway, cool people have cool hobbies, okay? If someone asks you, what do you do for fun? And the only thing you can say is, well, I like watching shows on Netflix. That's not very interesting. Where's the conversation gonna go from there, okay? So if you don't have hobbies right now, you gotta start trying stuff. Try new things, all right? And trying new things and trying new hobbies is going to make you a more interesting, more confident person for several reasons. One, a lot of them are difficult, okay? It's not easy to learn how to play an instrument. It is not easy to learn a martial art. It is not easy to build a YouTube channel, to write a book. These things are difficult. And when we do difficult things, we become more confident, like we said in the first one, in the first tip to building confidence. Another thing, when you learn a new hobby, that opens a lot of doors to meet new people, okay? Maybe some hobbies are like solitary, you do them alone, playing guitar, okay? But just think, if you get really good at guitar, you go on Facebook and look up a musicians group, find people to play with, now you maybe just made a new best friend who you get to play music with every week, okay? Maybe you'll join a band, start going to parties and playing guitar in front of a bunch of people, okay? People who do that become confident, all right? Or all of you guys are language learners. You've seen how learning a language can build your confidence, okay? Those of you who have spoken with me or who speak with other people, other native speakers, you feel good about yourself, okay? Learning languages has changed my life. I've spoken with hundreds of people all over the world, English, Spanish, French, and guess what? That built my confidence. If I could have an awesome conversation in my third language, in French with somebody from Africa or the Middle East, okay, and we can make jokes and smile and I can make a human connection, why on earth would I be scared to talk to somebody in English, okay? So, hobbies, guys. All right, I've been talking and talking because I love this topic. I love it. And if I could share some things that can make you guys more confident, that's beautiful, because I'm not just here to teach English. I'm here to contribute to make the world a little bit better place for the people who watch my videos, okay? So, do hard things. Face your fears. Learn. Study awesome people who you want to be like. And try new hobbies. Get good at something, guys. Get good at something. Something you can be proud of. Those are the steps to building confidence, becoming a more interesting person, and pushing anxiety, worry, fear to the side, forgetting about it, and having a better life. I hope this video was useful for you guys. If you are still watching right now, do me a favor, like the video, put me a comment, write me a comment down below, and tell me what are some of the things that make you feel more confident, some things that you have done, okay? I appreciate you guys so much, como siempre. Muchísimas gracias por ver. Nos vemos pronto.